When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault.
Good morning, you guys. It is Wednesday today, I think. So I've been sitting here watching the birds, getting breakfast together. Corey's down working now. I got him breakfast and got him up, but it's 9 o'clock and I'm making myself breakfast. I already had a cup of coffee. My kitchen's a mess because I didn't clean yesterday. I was too busy answering comments and editing my video. So this is my plan for today. And so far all I did was breakfast. It is raining outside, big time. So we got that to look forward to today. I don't know if it's going to be brightening up today or not, but if not, I will. So I'm going to be starting to make my bed, pick up my room a little bit after I eat breakfast. But I got the stove on now and I'm going to be eating breakfast. So then I'm going to clean up this big mess in here. I already had my coffee this morning. That's all I got going on today. A lot of cleaning. Now I've got 1 point of ham frying up in here. This is just some leftovers that I found in the fridge after I put my 3 slices in there. So I'm like, oh, I'm just going to throw that in there. And plus I share with the dogs too. Just made himself a waffle, so he'll be cleaning his mess up and putting this away after this cools down. I have got an Olay wrap on my plate right here. And I'm waiting for my stuff. I'm going to put a slice of Velveeta on here as well. So I just put a little bit of the shredded mozzarella I had up here in the fridge because we had to use it up anyhow. So this is what I'm going to have for breakfast. I got some hot sauce on there, sweet potato habanero hot sauce from Cochin, and that is breakfast. And that is 3 points because the ham is 1 today. And this is a blue plan. I'm always on the blue plan lately, unless I just watch my thumbnail. If it's blue, I'm on the blue plan. If it's green, I'm on the green plan. I think I'm going to stick with the blue plan though for a while and see if that really works for me again, because it did work for me before in the past. Mess cleaned up. I gotta scrub the countertop off, but decided to make some more coffee because I only had 1 cup. Corey had 2, plus he took 1 down to work with him. So I'm making about 6 cups of coffee, I think. And that should do it for the rest of the day for us. And then next, my project is dishes because I did not do my dinner dishes last night. When I don't have them done and I wake up in the morning, I feel kind of down and depressed. So I need to start doing that more at night. So I'm gonna get these done up. And then we'll do them up again tonight for our dinner. And the dog is ringing the bell and has to go outside. You gotta go outside, potty? Yeah? You ringing your bell? We've got these bells, and Eclipse is so good about ringing them when he has to go out potty. And these are on Amazon. I'll link them down below. And they're called potty bells. And even Luna's learning to ring them now. You gotta go outside, Luna? Yeah, she's ringing them now. So funny. Okay, I'm gonna get Nick so he can take him down outside potty. Okay, hold on. Countertop done. The fridge, Corey thinks it may definitely be a part that cost $1,000 to replace. I can't remember what it's called, but that's what he thinks is wrong with it. So we are not gonna fix it. We are just we'll probably end up moving this out in the garage and getting rid of it. That means I'm going to be using my little college fridge for the next year or 2 until we remodel, which is fine. I can be thankful that I even have a fridge up here at all. We do have a bigger fridge downstairs that we store most of our stuff, but at least at night I can run down and get the stuff I need for breakfast to have it all up here in the little fridge. And then it saves me, well, I have to bring the dogs down anyhow, so I don't even know why I do that. I guess I make an extra trip for myself. Either way, I'm just happy to have that little fridge to be up here until we're able to get a new one. And it really sucked that it couldn't hold on just 1 more year. We call this our fake fridge now. So I store like our Premier Protein in there and our apples that don't need to be actually refrigerated and some other stuff that doesn't need to be refrigerated. I store in there. These are another pair of my socks that I had from Weight Watchers. It says better together. So this is one of our favorite things to make. And all you're gonna need is 1 pound of the ground turkey breast, 99% fat-free. If it's 93, there is points on the blue. So just remember that. Has to be 99% lean in order to be 0 smart points. And then I use the Kroger brand taco seasoning. This actually has some really nice spices mixture in here. It is the reduced sodium. And I really like this. I really like this one, probably more than the Taco Bell one that I usually use. And it's 60 cents a package is all. A can of the fat-free refried beans. And this is the only brand I like. This stuff is delicious. And then 3/4 cup of plain water. That's it. Let me show you what the first step is. So I have my pan on medium heat. And I just dump in my meat minus the thing. And I just chop this up with my Pampered Chef chopper. I love this thing. It is so much better than the other one I had. So good. It chops up this meat really fine. This I always have my niece's Pampered Chef link down below in my description box, always. So if you guys ever want anything from Pampered Chef, it'd be wonderful if you helped her out. She deserves it. She is a hard worker, and she has a little boy who has been going through some sicknesses, and they're trying to get him to Disney World, and so I'm trying to help her out as much as I possibly can, and I so appreciate anybody who orders off of that link. It's awesome. I don't get any kickback or anything from it, but I just love trying to help her out and get my little great nephew to Disney World. And what I do right away is I just open this packet up, and I just sprinkle a little tiny bit on there just to give it a little flavor while it's frying up, and then I save the rest for adding at the end. And you can see how bright that is. It's a really good taco seasoning mix. I really like it. I'm gonna let that start to cook, and when it gets to frying up, I will bring it back and show you what it looks like. Pounded away at this for a good 2 minutes, and I got it nice and fine here. I didn't want to pound too much with the camera being on because it jiggles, so this is just what I did. And I just kept doing that until it's nice and fine, and now this is ready to go. I'm going to add the rest of my taco seasoning in here. I'm going to add my 3/4 cup of water, and then I'm just going to let this reduce down until this is all soaked in, and keep kind of stirring this meat into the seasoning so it all gets flavored. Just stir it up really well. And then you can even walk away from this for a couple minutes as long as it's not too long, because it will burn. I have burned this before. I still ate it, but I burned it. And it didn't taste nearly as good, let me tell you. Okay, so we're just going to leave this. Once this is reduced down, then that's when I add my beans. Okay, you can see how this is boiling out here. So just leave it sit there and boil that liquid out of there. This has been on for like 3 minutes. I turn the heat up to medium again so it starts to boil a little more. You could probably just keep it on medium. That's usually what I do, is just keep it on medium through the whole process. And I'll stir this every once in a while, make sure it's not burning. This is going to take a good, I would say, 5 to 6 minutes. It's been on for about 6 minutes, so you can see there's no more liquid left in the middle there. I'm going to go ahead and add my beans to this. Comes out in one big clunk usually. And then what I do is I just smush this around and slowly add the beans into it. Takes a little bit of time because this is so thick. And I'll tell you a secret. Nick hates refried beans, and he loves these mexi rolls. He has no clue that there's refried beans in here. So try them on your kids if your kids don't like refried beans. They'll never know. And that is it. That is my refried bean mixture. You can put this in burrito shells. You can use it for breakfast burritos, but our main thing that we usually use it for are the mexi rolls. I usually set it on my tile to let it start cooling, and then I'm going to run down and get my egg roll wrappers. All right, next we're going to get our egg roll wrappers ready. I use the Nasoya brand. And I usually have 3. And then I just put these in a gallon Ziploc bag to keep them fresh because you can't reseal this bag. So I just keep them in a gallon Ziploc bag and keep them nice and fresh. I usually add some reduced fat, sharp cheddar or mozzarella, whatever kind of cheese you have, it'll work in here. And I usually weigh out 1 ounce of it. I also have a little water so I can wet the corners of this. Preheat your air fryer to 350. I just put 2 little spoonfuls on here. That's all you need. These ones here are for Nick, so I don't measure or weigh out his cheese. I just kind of guesstimate it. And he has 3 as well. But that's exactly what you do with these. It's super easy. I'll show you what they look like when they're done out of the air fryer. For storing the leftovers, I just put it in a 4-cup Pyrex bowl and put a cover on it and stick it in the fridge. For the sauce, I just use fat-free yogurt, and I mix about a teaspoon of the Taco Bell mild sauce in there. You can use hot sauce if you want. This is really good. I can't tell the difference between regular sour cream and the yogurt once you're eating it with this in it and with the mexi rolls. I can't tell the difference. So that's what I do just to keep this at 0 smart points. This is what they look like coming out of the air fryer. A little bit of browning on top. That's how I like them. 5 minutes at 350. We are having a grilled cheese with a bunch of tomatoes, onions, and ham. And that is what is for dinner with a side of cauliflower. Good morning, guys. It is a very sunny day today. It's beautiful out here today. And it is a Thursday morning. So happy Thursday. Having my coffee this morning for 1 smart point. So I thought these were worth mentioning. I got these off of Amazon and I left 1 new so you could tell how much they shrink down. These are in place of paper towels. So I use these. These are a full cotton, 100% cotton organic. And I use them in place of all of my paper towel. And let me tell you guys, this is how much I use in pretty much a day. This is what I've done in my laundry. They come in a pack of, I think, 20 or 25. And I use a lot in a day, and I just wash them up because I do a load of laundry every day. I never have went through all of these in a day yet. And let me tell you, our roll of paper towel now lasts about a month instead of, I think it would last me, or I think I'd probably go through a roll in 2 days. So these are really handy. I use them for anything I use paper towel for. Cleaning up messes, I can bleach these. I do not put these in softener sheets or use any kind of softener with any of my towels or these rags because they lose that absorbency then. So I never use any kind of softeners in my towels or these or my cleaning rags. I thought I would mention these guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I had these for a year. Never pulled them out of the package. And then I was cleaning out my closet and I found these and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot all about these. They're called e-cloths. They're on Amazon as well. These things, guys, are amazing. You only clean with water. You wet this down and I'm serious. You wash your windows. There's no streaks. It is amazing. You don't have to use any kind of disinfectant or anything. It disinfects as it cleans as well. You're supposed to replace them every so many months, I believe. But yeah, this one is brand new. This one cleans amazing. Now I have other rags, other cleaning rags like this one. This one does not do even near as good as this one does. I love these ones. And I usually just use this green one for my mirrors and my TV, and you just wet it down just with water, no cleaner, nothing, and it works amazingly. And in fact, I cleaned my fridge off just with water, that door, and it did better than the cleaner, I swear. It was really nice, and I just used water for it. So I thought that was worth mentioning as well. I'll link both of them down below in the description box if you're interested. Right now I am doing my dishes. I just got them all done. It's so nice to get them done. I'm gonna have another cup of coffee because I got 1 cup of coffee left in there, and I got my counter cleaned off. I pretty much got my tile cleaned off. I just got to put our, what are these called? Lighters away. We used to light our candles. And then I got to move over here again. I don't know how my kitchen table gets dirty like every single day. It gets crap put on it. But that's life, I guess. That's real life. And the sun is still shining. Got a little woodpecker there on our patio. It's still so nice out. I think I'm going to take the dogs out in a little bit. Corey's going to come up for lunch in about an hour and a half. So I think I can get the dogs out, let them run for about an hour, and then come back up and start cleaning. Before we go outside, we always put the dogs' collars on. Eclipse has this one here. I'm not sure what brand it is. The Garmin. Because we got this one for Miley. The DTs, they're both waterproof. And this one does not work for Eclipse. The tongs aren't long enough for him to work on his fur. So we had to get this one. And they came with longer ones. Now, even though this doesn't look longer, this one works for him. I don't know why that is, because that one looks pretty long, I think. So either way, that one did not work for him. This one was made for long hair, it says on the thing, and it works great. So yeah, it is so warm out. Oh my gosh, I think it's warmer outside than it is in my house right now. We woke up and it was 63 in our house. I forgot to turn my furnace back on last night. And we always have our bedroom windows open. So it was pretty cold in our house. Sorry for all the wind. You guys aren't laying eggs in that corner, are you? What are you doing there? What are you doing there? You guys are so funny. What are we doing? Are we just kind of sunbathing or what? We're back inside. I forgot my coffee. Miley does not feel like running right now. She wants Eclipse to just leave her alone, and all he wants her to do is run. And when he does that, she comes by me and just sits here. Eclipse, nice. Nice, Eclipse. Miley, he wants you to go play. This is dinner tonight. Plus I'm having this with it. And these are 5 Smart Points for the wraps. And then 2 for the cheese. So 7 Smart Points. This is 0 because it's yogurt with some mild taco seasoning in it. And then cauliflower on the side. Good morning, everyone. I have a very sunny day out today, although the clouds are starting to come in a little bit, but that sun is shining. Makes me a happy girl. My to-do list starting here. I am about to have a cup of coffee. Corey is done working already, and that is where we're at right now. It is Friday, May 1st today. Wow, I cannot believe it's already May. So somebody asked me in comments if 2 actual ounces, so I'm using this little NyQuil cup is 1 ounce, the 30 milliliters is 1 ounce. So I'm going to measure this and then measure it on my scale. I'm going to dump it on my scale. So I'm going to tear out my cup here and bring it to 0. And hopefully you guys can see this okay. So I'm going to bring my cup to 0, and then I'm going to pour 2 ounces, so 2 of these cups of Premier Protein in here on my scale, and we'll see if it comes out correctly. I got to put it on ounces though. Okay. I'm having a cup of coffee, and 2 ounces of Premier Protein is 0 Smart Points, as long as you only have 2 ounces in the day. If you add 2 more ounces and have 2 cups of coffee, that's going to go up to 1 point then. So we're going to go ahead and measure this in here, and I'm going to put it exactly at 30 milliliters, and that's 1 ounce. So as you can see, it's exactly 1 ounce on the scale. And then we're going to go ahead and do another ounce. And we're going to get it right to the line. So it's exactly right to the line of the NyQuil cup. And we're going to dump that in. And you can see that is exactly 2 ounces. So yes, it works really well. And this is I believe this scale measures liquids and solids pretty much equally. I'm not sure. I get a little confused on that too, because she said measuring liquids on solid scale, does that actually come out to 2 ounces? It does. And I use my liquid mocha syrup. It's 0 calories. And I just put like, maybe 15 grams in here of this. I don't like too much in here. Let me put a little bit more. between 15 and 20. We'll keep it at 15. And then I just add about 9 ounces, and I'm going to see exactly how much I add. We'll add my coffee here. So it ends up being about 9.5 ounces of coffee. And I have the same coffee every single morning, and I try different ways to make it. I always come back to this way because this way is my favorite way. Now that I have some coffee to drink, let's go make some breakfast. I already made Corey's breakfast, so I'm going to use the same pan. This is just dirty from this morning, so it's not like I'm using a dirty pan, but I am using the same stuff because I don't want to make anything else dirty. All I do here is just wipe out the pan, just in case there's any dust that settled in it or something. Who knows? In this house, you never know. I'm serious. So then I'm going to add just a little tiny spray of the coconut spray so my ham doesn't stick. So this ham is the Deli Fresh smoked ham. 3 slices of this comes up to 0 smart points, even on the blue. So as long as you just use 3, which is what we do, you're good to go on 0 smart points. Now, of course, if you have more of this ham in the day, then you're going to have to count that. You can't have 3 today and 3 at lunch and still count it at 0 points. Then you would have to count it as 1. So we're going to let this fry up. All we ever have in a day is 3 anyhow, so we count that as 0. I have a regular, just original slice of Velveeta I put on there for 1 smart point, and I'm going to put it on a wrap today. And the wraps we use are always the Olay Extreme Wellness wraps. We love these things. They're nice and soft, although sometimes we do get a bag that's more firm and it doesn't taste nearly as good. So I'm not sure what happens there, but most of them are really soft and pliable. And so what I do with the cheese is unwrap it and I just rip it in half, and it doesn't matter if, usually it's not even because I'm not a perfectionist that way, I guess. And I just throw it on my wrap like that. Make sure it's all really. I just throw it on my wrap like that. And then I set this aside until my ham is done. Whenever I am anywhere, this dog is nearby watching me. No matter where I go, he's there. I love him so much. You are the best, doggy. I know. Okay, these are all done. I'm just going to simply pull them off and put them on my burrito shell just so all the cheese is covered. So it fits on there nicely, 3 slices. And then I'm going to go ahead and fry up my eggs. That's why I love having this thing here. It catches our morning eggs in the morning, and then I dump them out after I'm done making my breakfast. It's so nice. The other day when I was making breakfast and I didn't do my dinner dishes the night before, I really miss that because I always throw that in the wash and wash it. And when I don't do my dinner dishes, I get really screwed up in the morning and things just don't start out right. So I do everything the same every morning. Same time and everything, pretty much. Especially with Corey being home, we are on such a good schedule right now, and it's just been really nice having him home. It was a little adjusting at first on my part because I couldn't go on and use the internet at all, because with him working, we don't have fast internet anyway, so he needs all of the internet to work in order to do his job. And so we couldn't go on the internet at all, so he could use it during the day. So now my TV stays off all day. But thank goodness for YouTube Premium, I'm able to download my videos and watch them just while I clean and cook and stuff. So that is helpful. Now I can only watch it on my phone because if I stream it to the TV from my phone, it still uses internet. It's really weird that way. So as long as I use it on my phone, he's good downstairs. So that's good. I just download my videos overnight and then I watch them during the day. It's actually very nice, and I'm glad that I have that because I would be going crazy right now not being able to listen to something or watch something. I just flipped it all over. It usually just stays in one big clump. And then I just take this whole thing and lay it over my ham. And then I just roll it up. Guys, and before I start eating, I always rip off my edges on here because it's just too much wrap for me, and then I go ahead and give it to the dogs. I know it's a bad thing, but you know, sometimes the dogs just, they each get a little bit of it. And then I just put on my hot sauce. So this is going to be 2 smart points. I need to go get my coffee. See, it's still able to wrap up nicely, and it's not overloaded on the wrap. You can taste more of your food, in my opinion, anyway. So that's what I have on my TV is our fish tank. And then we have Miss Luna. She wants to get under her blanket. You want to get under your blanket, baby? There you go. She's got a Star Wars blanket, guys. Whoa. She loves being under blankets. And then we have this kitchen to do. Our sun pretty much has gone away. It's pretty much cloudy out there now. You can see a little stripe of blue skies right back there. That's all we got. The rest is cloudy. But it's still a nice day out. We've got dinner tonight that is a burrito with lots of veggies and 15 grams of sour cream.